I used to love this bit, in the tunnel coming here, because you've waited all day for the game and then bang, you're here waiting to play.
Yeah, it was weird. I remember my first game, played Fenerbache, obviously Champions League.
Hat-trick.
I think that's the one time where I was excited, but I was nervous because obviously as a Scouser, I'd come to play for Man United. I was thinking, it was weird. It was a weird feeling, but no. Then after that, I always think you could feel in a lot of the opposition, you could feel fear.
I always say that about when I talk about you. I always say that I used to stand there sometimes in the tunnel and I'd see opposition players looking at you like that. And I don't know if it's that because I think sometimes a lot of players will say, I thought he was bigger than that. But then you get on the pitch and you'd be carrying two centre-halves on your back.
Yeah, no, it's mad. And it's the moment you've had just here, and especially the big games, I think big Champions League games as well, and obviously Liverpool's and Arsenal at the time. And you stood in the tunnel and you can hear the anticipation outside from the fans. It was nothing better.
Was you a shouter? I can't remember. Was you a shouter in there?
No.
You was quiet, weren't you?
Yeah.
Quiet.
I used to. It was weird. So when I used to walk out the far side of the stadium, I used to always look up to there and just focus on there until we got to by the halfway line. It was weird. I don't know. It was like a focus, and I used to do it every game.
I used to have superstition. I used to run and go to the left, to the corner, and do a few things the same every single time.
You used to do them stupid jumps, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to do 3 jumps when I used to jump on the pitch and all that stuff. Superstition, I don't know, it was mad.
Yeah.
What about like this? Does this bring back like coming out now when it opens up? This is the bit I love when the roar at this point, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, but when you walk out and you'd see the fans and you'd hear it and you're almost visualising what you're going to go and do. And they're moments you can't get back, obviously. When you're doing your TV, I've been doing different stuff, whatever, but it's them moments you miss.
Is there one game you remember here like this, where you thought you come out and went, whoa, this is different?
Yeah, I think what I said before, like I always remember AC Milan in the semi-final, the Champions League. Obviously we went on to go to finals and stuff, but that was the first semi-final, and you've got Maldini, Nesta in there, and I always remember that. That was like first time where I thought, this is like the big time.
Did you ever like say Nesta and like Maldini were probably the best around at them times? Great history in that. And then you played against the likes of Sol Campbell, Terry, etc. Company.
Yeah, they were a little bit older than Nesta and Maldini. I remember here when we beat them 3-2, and I remember after 10...
you were unbelievable, that home and away.
Yeah, I remember after 10 minutes, I could hear Nesta and Maldini, I could hear them breathing. And honestly, I could hear them breathing. I was thinking, right, we've got these, and they were a little bit older as well at the time. But then, so we beat them here 3-2, and then when we went to San Siro, they were like Rolls Royces.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they done it. I remember we spoke before about Seedorf in that game.
Oh, unreal, wasn't he?
Incredible.
He was a great player. I was saying about playing all those big names you play against. Were going into games, what was your mindset? Did you ever think about those players, or was it just about, if you play well yourself, you do your thing?
Yeah, I think the only team really which it was weird, but for a few years I could never win against Chelsea.
That's fair.
And I used to hate going to Stamford Bridge. And it was when Mourinho was there the first time. They were horrible to play against him. They were solid and organised, and I always remember thinking, I don't know how anyone's going to stop these, and then obviously we did, but it was that was always tough.
Yeah, they were tough. John Terry and Rick Carvalho centre-halves, wasn't it?
Yeah,
always squeezing the game.
And Lamps.
Yeah, it was tough, man. You didn't spend much time on the bench here, did you? We've seen the bench come up here.
I used to hate being on the bench. If I used to sit on the second row and the second to last seat all the time.
Why?
So I don't know. I used to always sit there, and but yeah, I used to hate being on the bench.
Oh, Paddy, you alright? How you doing? You alright? Nice to see you. You alright?
Paddy, you okay, mate? You alright? Yeah, good.
You good? What are you reminiscing about?
Centre-halves that used to...
Centre-halves that he used to bully?
Yeah.
Bit Shearer-esque.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, used to knock a few people about. He used to be the centre half, got an early kick in at the centre forward.
Yeah, you was lad,
When you
don't
played against him, it was the other
Elbows
way
the other way,
around,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember playing here for the reserves against Maisie,
Oh yeah.
and I think I was like 14. And then it was good awakening for me because every time the ball came up to me, he just knees in me back. He played, Guy Neville played as well, so that was our team talk. The first one to
And you were
smash Guy
14?
Neville.
Jeez, did you give him a bit back?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was Gaz Nev really. Gaz Nev was playing.
Was he the target?
That was the team talk.
Was it?
Yeah.
First one to smash
Yeah,
Gary
Leon
Neville.
Nev.
Whenever you know.
That's his career, wasn't it?
Whenever you get a chance, smash him. That was the team
Why
talk.
is
what it
that?
was?
Why is that? Just weren't likeable.
He really still isn't, is he? No, but it was just obviously a team full of Scousers and
Yeah.
Guy Neville there.
Yeah, well,
I suppose so, I know what you
He set
mean.
himself up with that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who was your toughest opponent?
I still have nightmares about Romario.
Oh,
Would you have played against Romario?
no.
Don't think so,
I watched him. I loved him.
They were
Yeah.
like playing football from a different planet, like. You know what I mean? I mean, I never played against Messi, but I'm guessing it was something
Yeah.
like that. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Sometimes you
He
can't
was-
just. There's some players you just can't control. Like,
No,
yeah,
I think it was the only time I think ever in my career that I came off the pitch and I just thought
nothing
I
to
just
do.
held my hands up. I just went, that was just a lesson.
I
really,
had
like,
that
you know what I mean?
when I went back to Everton, we played Man City. And Sam Allardyce was the manager, and he played me and Morgan Ireland centre midfield. So we've been playing 4-3-3, but for some reason we went 4-4-2. And those two were in midfield. And I remember as the game's going on, I was confused. There was players everywhere. There was players, honestly, he dragged me off after about an hour.
Yeah, no,
thinking,
you don't expect it, do you?
Yeah.
I mean, I literally came out and just thought, what the hell was that?
Normally, all your life, you've had an answer for something, haven't you? There's something happens in a game.
Yeah, you always think you can compete.
You work
always,
it out.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
you know what I mean?
And then that
It was-
happens, and you just go, you're scratching your head going.
Yeah.
That was, so the first time, I think you played in the game as well when we played Bayern Munich, when Pep was there. And that was the first time I really started seeing the fullback coming inside.
Yeah.
I was playing as a number 10 and Philip Lamb was in there all the time. I was like, what's he doing here? He's playing right back. Yeah, that was the
I'll
first
kick him
time.
anyway.
First time I've really seen that, which obviously almost every team's doing now.
Yeah, no. Right, let me take you up here.
Right.
Good to see you,
See you,
mate.
boys.
Right,
Harry,
take
good to see
care.
you.
Have a good day.
Take
Good to see
care.
you, mate.
Oh, so you sat where that? You'd sat.
So I, obviously on that one, but I used to sit in that seat
You sit
there.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to think to myself here, like, every now and again, I didn't really sit on the bench much like yourself, probably, but I used to think to myself, please don't bring me on the pitch. I think it's different from a forward, isn't it?
It's hard coming on the pitch. Will be the same for the centre half as well, because to get you breathing, as you know, it's so difficult, and especially when you come on, you're normally chasing the game, and the high intensity runs, the first couple you do, you can't breathe. It's horrible. And then if you're only coming on with 10 minutes to go or something, you haven't got much time then to get you breathing and get into the game.
Did you? Obviously, you've gone into management now. What's the difference? Obviously, as a player, it feels like you can actually influence a game. Can you really influence it from here? Do you feel you can influence it from here?
Yeah, and every manager's different. I like to stay calm, and because I'm a firm believer that the work we do throughout the week, as you're talking then, you're giving the players a lot of information, and sometimes, and I think especially now with players, you don't want to confuse them as well. And then if you're going away from the information you've given them, obviously towards the end of the game you might have to and change a little bit if you're chasing the game, but I think if you've got a way of playing and the way you want the team to play, the players know the roles, obviously what you're giving them, and obviously they've got the freedom to make their own decisions on the pitch, but the general way of playing, they understand that.
Yeah, no. I remember when I look at the bench, and I associate the bench with like blocking the manager shouting at you. Do you remember? How many times the manager be screaming at you, like, and he's shouting your name and you just ignore him?
Well, if I was on the bench, I used to do a couple of runs if I'd get sent out to warm up. And Sir Alex was stood on the touchline there, and I used to come and stretch right in front of him and just stare at him and say, are you going to bring me on or what? But yeah, no, I used to hate being on the bench, and he used to tap me on the shoulder the night before the game or in the dressing room.
And you knew you weren't playing, innit?
I used to stare at him like, are you crazy? What are you doing? Or McPherson used to come and do it. He used to send Mick sometimes to do it. So,
You were lucky you were never really subbed though, that's good. Other than when you might rest you, that's it.